Alright, so boom, an Iranian woman went and shot up the YouTube headquarters in San Bruno, California. Here's this Daily Mail article. Shooter hated YouTube. Iranian animal rights protester 39 who shot 3 staff at Video Giant's headquarters before killing herself had a vendetta against dictatorial site for censoring her videos and not paying her. It's still very early. The first rumor I heard about this was that it was a domestic violence case and the woman shot her boyfriend at the YouTube studios. I wake up and this is the new news that I hear on here. People are already saying that this is a false flag conspiracy to try to take away gun rights from people. And while we're in the midst of it, let's look at the Parkland shooting, where some of the first rumors were also that there were political motives, that he was part of this white nationalist group. And the reason why I bring this up is because people, y'all need to have the same energy. Literally 2 days ago, April 2nd, I just said all this shit about school shooters being bullied. I want everyone to keep that same energy when ISIS attacks happen, to see if y'all talk about mental health and how we destabilize countries these people come from. Chances are people will blame religions and weapons of mass destruction. People never have consistency with situations like this. When there's white terrorists shooting up children in schools, all of a sudden everyone has to have empathy for a troubled genius sweet little boy that headlines everywhere with a bunch of Naruto-length backstory as to why they decided to kill innocent people. Like I said, it's very early right now, so I can't really say that much about it. All I can say is keep your eyes open and let's watch how the media is going to spin this, because already they're bringing up the fact that she's Iranian. Whenever there's a white school shooter, everyone complains and says, oh, race has nothing to do with it. Why is everyone bringing up the fact that he's white? When you bring up that most school shooters are white, everyone gets mad that you claim that. But here's this Iranian woman, they're bringing up the fact that she's Iranian, even though her motives have nothing to do with Iran. You know, I'm reading on some articles that they trying to see if she's Muslim because she was wearing a head wrap, as if that has anything to do with anything. I mean, they just said it themselves. She was mad at YouTube, and the police were actually in contact with her beforehand. She had already warned police that she might do something about YouTube constantly censoring her videos. So right there, she was already saying her motives. Whether or not she's Muslim or not, her headscarf and the fact that she's Iranian has fuck all to do with anything. But of course, they're going to keep trying to milk this and try to say that there was some kind of Iran versus America political motive going on here. But then with the Parkland shooting, they want to sit here and tell you that this white boy shot up a school because that nigga was sad. The media's going to continuously try to put bullshit on our plates to eat. And I don't know about y'all, but I refuse. It's a dead ass no from me, my guy. She shot 3 people that was rushed to the hospital, and then she shot herself. Obviously, she's not very good at killing people if she only could shoot 3 people and none of them is dead. So maybe she wasn't in her right mind. Are we going to talk about her mental health? Are we going to talk about the capitalistic conditions that YouTube has over content creators that are creating more and more content for them to profit over, reaping the benefits of this content and making content creators desperate and broke once they demonetize all their content after they've been eating off of YouTube revenue for the last couple years? Or are you guys gonna call me a terrorist sympathizer? Keep the same energy. Y'all didn't waste no time putting out these headlines about the Parkland shooter being such a troubled little boy and trying to buy empathy from us for this terrorist that went on a campus and killed innocent people. So honestly, I ain't gonna waste no time about how this woman attempted and failed to kill 3 people and what might have put her in that headspace to do so in the first place. And I'm not just some sociopath that's removed from this, because this shit is scary. I'm at the New York YouTube space pretty often. Somebody decides to walk in because they're having a bad day and start shooting up the place, I could be one of the dudes getting shot. Because when you walk in, there's no metal detectors. The security is pretty light. All they ask you for is, like, you know, a pass if you on the guest list. Any kind of YouTuber could just really get in. It's not really a place where people really worried about a mass shooting happening. So Nassim was a vegan bodybuilder, a singer, athlete, artist, and director. She was basically like most content creators. She was multifaceted. Now, when you look in her video complaining about demonetization, it's shit that everybody has been complaining about. The fact that her videos would have no inappropriate content in it, and it would be her working out fully clothed, get demonetized. She will contact YouTube and they would tell her the same thing, that she had some kind of inappropriateness in her video. And then she points out the double standard about like the Nicki Minaj Anaconda video and how a bunch of other videos don't get demonetized for the same thing. She also says that YouTube promotes stupidity. Whenever somebody's trying to promote healthy eating, a healthy lifestyle, that YouTube always tries to find a way to demonetize them, which is something that a lot of YouTubers say. A lot of YouTubers feel like they're saying the right thing or they're living the right lifestyle. So the moment they get demonetized, they feel like YouTube is doing it because they're trying to censor or have this political agenda against their lifestyle. Alt-right people have said it, leftists have said it, conservatives, liberals, etc. Really is that YouTube is trash in general, is going to try to find any kind of way to demonetize your video. They've tried to demonetize my what's your budget video when I literally don't even say any curses in that video. There's no adult themes in that video. There's nothing sexual in that video. There's nothing controversial or political in that video. And by the time I went to go file a dispute, I had lost out on the thousands of views that I got, and they were like, oh well, if it didn't get 1,000 views in the last 24 hours, we can't really review it. So I had to wait for 1,000 views to pass by without me getting paid for those 1,000 views, and I had to wait for them to actually review the video and finally put the monetization back up when my video had already peaked in views and everybody already saw the video, so I'm not gonna make any money off of it. And this happens all the time with non-controversial, non-nudity, non-inappropriate videos. Now what I'm scared about is how is YouTube going to respond to this? Because a lot of people talk shit about YouTube. There's some people that talk about it in a very passive way, and there's people like me that do it in a not so polite way. Is YouTube gonna start just like deleting videos that are promoting anti-YouTube agenda, or is YouTube going to start revoking YouTube Space memberships for creators, or they're going to start putting like metal detectors or start looking at me funny just because I said something bad about YouTube every time I walk into the YouTube space? Am I going to be on some kind of watch list? And it's terrible because this is showing like that radicalism and going out and shooting innocent people that are just workers that have nothing to do with this shit is what's gonna actually make YouTube give attention to these actual issues that she's addressing. What do you guys think? Comment below. How do you think YouTube is gonna try to handle a situation like this? What are some actions you think that they'll take to try to prevent something like this from ever happening again? Eastside, Harlem reppin', Almonte out.